Hey everybody, I'm Dr. Michelle May, the founder of Am I Hungry? Mindful Eating Programs and Training, and the author of the Eat What You Love, Love What You Eat book series. I've had a couple of requests recently for a mindful chocolate tasting. This is something that I usually do during my keynotes, so at some point during the keynote, we'll pass out a piece of chocolate to everybody and I'll guide them through a tasting. So I thought, why not? Why not do it on video for all of you? Now, all you need for this is a piece of chocolate. It doesn't matter what kind you choose your favorite. You don't have to do it with chocolate. If you don't like chocolate, then we can't be friends. Just kidding. You can do it with any kind of food, a strawberry, a cracker, whatever suits you. It's just fine. The point is the mindfulness of the tasting. So what we do in this mindful tasting is guide you through a multisensory experience, really making eating as sensuous as it really should be. So let's start first by having a little feast for the eyes. So take a look at your chocolate. Notice how it's wrapped, how it's designed to look like a special little gift, a little package for you to enjoy. And as you appreciate the appearance of your chocolate, you can go ahead and begin to unwrap it and listen with your ears. I often do these in a keynote, as I mentioned, and as I hear everybody unwrapping their chocolate out in the audience, my own mouth begins to water, which is important to remember that salivation is not a cue of hunger. It's just a sign of appetite. So as you get your chocolate unwrapped, you listen to it. What else did you notice? Probably the aroma, right? So we begin to smell our chocolate, and that's actually very important because the aroma is a very important part of the sensory experience of eating. In fact, it's important to notice that our taste occurs on our tongue, but the aroma is what actually gives food flavor. So as you notice the smell, notice what you're really picking up, and then begin to consciously take a sniff of your chocolate. Now decide with your chocolate, are you going to take a single bite or several small bites? There's no right or wrong answer. You do whatever works for you, but decide in advance. And go ahead and bring that chocolate up, either take your bite or pop the chocolate into your mouth and let it land on your tongue. And just pause for a moment. This is what you were waiting for, right? Show up to the party. So sometimes we will unwrap our piece of chocolate, get it in our mouth, and immediately start unwrapping the next piece of chocolate. So I'm just going to ask you to be fully present with the one that you're eating right now. Don't worry about the next one. Notice the tastes on your tongue. We talk about the sensations on the tongue being sweet, sour, salty, bitter, and umami, which means savory. Oftentimes chocolate will be primarily sweet, but you might have a little saltiness, maybe a little bitterness if you've chosen a piece of dark chocolate. And then go ahead and move that chocolate around. Notice the mouth feel. Notice the feel of the chocolate as it begins to melt. Notice liking and disliking. I mean, a lot of times we just assume we're going to like it, but sometimes when we get really present, we realize that the foods that we thought we loved so much are just not actually all that great. And when you're ready, if you haven't already, go ahead and swallow. And wait a moment, notice the finish. How long does it take for the flavor of that chocolate to actually disappear? Don't be in a rush, right? And when you're ready, if you have more chocolate left, go ahead and take your next bite. All right, that's it. I won't belabor this anymore. We could do it for a while longer or an entire mindful meal, but I just wanted to give you a little taste of what it's like to eat a piece of chocolate mindfully.